Hello everyone, welcome to the next tech video of our DBMS course, and in this video we are going to cover group by and having query, and we will also cover the aggregate functions. So let's start with it. So now, as we have already discussed this, that in aggregate functions we are having some very famous functions as minimum, maximum, or I can write it here also, sum, minimum, maximum, count, and average, right? So with this sum, I can calculate the total value of that particular column, and minimum will give me the minimum value from that particular column. Max will be giving the maximum value. Count will be giving the number of records in that particular column, and average will be giving the average value. So we can do it through an example, like we have already seen our employee table many times, and we know that it consists of one salary attribute, right? So here we will be applying these functions on the salary attribute. The syntax is pretty simple. If I want to have the maximum salary, right, so simply I will be writing max and then the column name on which I want to apply this function, and here I can see, if I run this, I can see that the maximum salary is 55,000. Now, if I want to see the minimum salary, I can do this and it will give me the minimum salary. If I want to see both, like minimum salary and count, or let's say sum also, spelling mistake. So here, like it is showing me all the three values, right? So this thing is very simple. Now there's one more thing. If I, let's say I want to add some amount to uh, this total sum, right? Let's say I want to add some, for now this sum is 2,81,000. Now I want to add 2 lakhs to this sum, right? There are some extra expenses also which have not been included in this table. I want to add them. For that, I can have one more column which will be like, if I want to have it like this, sum salary plus 2 lakh, right? Now, if I run this, you can see that I have got one new column which is having its value, which is having its value by, if I add this and 2 lakh, I will be getting the value of this column, right? So this is nothing but the derived column. This is the expression for the derived column. Like when we are getting any column value from our previous column, so that is the derived column. Like this is very simple. So that's all about derived columns, and I can also name it as, like, let's say I want to name it as total salary. I can name it like this. I have already discussed this aliasing thing, so this is all about that only. So here I can see that the now this column has some name also. So this is all about aggregate functions and derived columns. Now we will be seeing group by and having. So now let's say I want to group by my employees on the basis of their department number. We know that in our employee table there are some employees who are from the same department. So I want to see the number of employees from the same department. So for that, simply I will be using this count department number, count function on the department number, and then department number attribute, because I want to see both the things. Like this will be giving the number of people who are working in the same department, and it will be showing me the department number, right? So now I want to apply this on employee table. Next, I am grouping them on the basis of their department numbers. Right. So let's run this. And I can see that the employees have been grouped on the basis of their department numbers. These are the department numbers, and I can see that there are 4 people who are working in department number 5. There are 3 people who are working in department number 4, and so on. Right. So that's all about this group by. Next is having. Having is it's similar to where. When we are applying any filter on our table, then we use where command. If we want to apply some filter on our on the groups, then we use having. Right. There's a difference between having and, like, I can write it here also. Like, I will use it this way. Having is used when we have to apply filters on the groups, and where is used when we have to apply the filter on the table. Right. So this is the main difference between group by and having. So here, when we have grouped the employees on the basis of their department number, we will be using having. So let's say I want to see the number of people for the number of employees working in a particular department for the department numbers whose value is greater than 1. So I will be writing here department number 1 greater than this. So if I run this, I can see that here now it is showing me the values for the employees whose department number is greater than 1. Right. So that's all about the aggregate functions, derived columns, group by, and having command. Let's meet in the next video.